What's up, guys? My name is Josh Forti, and I want to give a big shout out to my boy Andrew Cruzy. One of the things that I think a lot of entrepreneurs struggle with when they get into the entrepreneurship game, and especially in the social media space, is they try to do everything and they get overwhelmed and they have shiny object syndrome big time and they don't know what to focus on. There's a book called the 80-20 rule, and there's a principle called the 80-20 principle, which basically says that 20% of your efforts and time do 80% of the results in the work, right? And you need to be focusing on that 20% and eliminate the other 80%. And one of the things that Andrew is so good at, and that I've not seen anyone at his level of business understand, is that principle of knowing the one or two things that you need to focus on in your business. I own a business, social media. I do a lot of consulting, a lot of marketing, a lot of social media growth and things of that nature. And I sat down with Andrew and I was like, dude, I'm struggling here and here and here. I'm a big, huge fan of mentorship, by the way. I'm a huge fan of learning from someone. Whether or not they're in your space at all, like, you need to learn from people. So when I sat down with Andrew, I was like, dude, here's where it's not clicking for me. I'm good at this, and this. Like, what am I doing wrong? And he was literally just able to go in and just kind of pinpoint, like, dude, if you just double down on that, like, you're gonna win. And if you just double down on that, don't focus on this, and this. And I was like, really? Like, that's what's making all your sales? Like, that's what's doing it for you? That's what's really gonna help? And so I listened to him and I did those things. And it was those little tweaks that really made a huge difference and really opened my eyes to, like, so many other realms of things that I was doing right and wrong, and areas that I didn't need to focus on, that I was spending way too much time, money, and effort on, and it allowed me to double down in the areas that actually were important in my business. And so if you're like me and you are struggling in that area, I can't recommend Andrew more. If he is offering you something in your space, I know Andrew takes a lot of time and effort to make sure that his products are good and to make sure that the information that he's teaching actually works. And it worked big time for me, and I really appreciate that. So Andrew, I want to give a big shout out to you, because once I realized those things, the one or two tweaks that I needed to make that you showed me in my business, I was like, oh, those really do make a difference. Oh, those are the things that I should be focusing on, not these 72 other things that I'm working on right now. That's not going to matter. These are the things that are going to matter. These are the core principles. And so a big shout out to you, my man. I appreciate you, and I can't wait to see what you're going to do in the future.